Hey Sleepers, this is SuperZomGBBQ, and as you can see next to me, I have the NXT Championship. Now, this is actually a replica. Of course, I don't have the real one. It'd be amazing if I had the real one, but I'd have to go through a certain Finn Balor to do that. So, the reason I have this in my hand is not only because I'm an avid wrestling fan, just like I'm sure a lot of you are who are watching this video, but I am actually going to NXT Takeover in London on Wednesday evening. I'm really looking forward to it. In fact, I'm looking forward to that more than I'm looking forward to the WWE event, not only because I'm going, but the card is actually a hell of a lot better. Hey, TLC is looking like a pretty terrible pay-per-view, but NXT I am really looking forward to. I know a lot of you guys are also going, so this is more just an announcement to say, hey, I'm going to be there, and if I'm there, you see me, don't be afraid to say hi. I'm more than happy to shake hands, give bro hugs and fist bumps, those kind of stuff, and selfies, of course. But I'm just a fan like you guys, so don't be afraid to come up and just say hey, and I'll be like, hi. Yeah, that's going to be an awkward moment. I've also been really hard at work at some new overlays, which you're going to see in this video, for Road to Glory and also for PCC, which obviously PCC is the event coming this week. Road to Glory is coming to a close, so PCC is obviously going to be the next event because we've not had that for nearly 4 weeks now. And PCC, I think, is going to be either an NXT, or if we're going by last year's, I believe it is going to be a Legend PCC, which could be someone like, I don't know, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H, for example. Or it could be Stone Cold Steve Austin and another one. I personally think if they did Stone Cold, it would kill the tier, because immediately you've got a taggable option. And obviously, if people going off of school and work, I would expect it to be one that is very popular, so people can hit it hard over the weekend. This could probably be the highest hitting amount of points PCC wise for pretty much the whole of Season 2, because everyone's going to be available to do it. So, hey, we're going to get into some SuperCard action. I'm going to show you some of the backgrounds I've got and some of the outlay overlays I've got, and let me know what you think in the comment section, and let's get into it. My previous overlays that I've had have looked something like this, which I actually got from an original one from Rare Spark. Rare Spark will show up in the top left, no, right hand side. I keep getting that wrong. Top right hand side of your screen. If you want to give him a follow or give him a subscription on YouTube, that'd be amazing. He is a really awesome and undervalued guy. I really recommend you give him a sub if you can. Now, this is the first of the outlays that I've done, and this is for PCC. This is my normal video which I have, and I made this basically to kind of show the individual two sides, the left and the right. I've been working on this pretty much all day. I'm really happy with the outcome of it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about what this has in it, because I've added the rank, the top 150, which obviously is the level that people have to get to get the single card as well. People like to know that kind of information. On the right hand side on your screen, you'll see a little blank box. That's just going to be for random stuff. It could be advertising my next stream. It could be for detailing the best cards. It just could be for anything. And when we go to this part here, this is actually the stream itself. And with the stream itself, the two cards that are actually against each other are going to go in the bottom left and right hand side. And when you see that, that is basically going to be designed to effectively allow you to see the cards available to you. I may potentially just have the little thumbnails that they do, because that would be a lot easier, but I'm considering what I'm going to do in that. But I'm going to add a lot more customization to the videos that I do, and also the streams that I do, as part of, well, me getting the Twitch partnership as well, which is what I needed to. I needed today to do that, so whilst I've been playing SuperCard, not been able to get to my 15,000 games, but that is going to come tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. And then we have this one for Road to Glory, which I think looks absolutely amazing. If I do say so myself. I really like the effect that I've put onto the left and the top right with regards to the difference of the name at the bottom, and also like the difference in the background. I really like that effect. I don't know where I got inspiration for that for, but yeah, I thought this was one of the best ones I did. And then the last one is the stream, which is over here, and again, exactly the same kind of effect. They're all going to be very similar, but have the small individual differences. For example, you'll have the difference in the border for the video. Ring domination is something quite special with, which takes a little bit more time. but that's mainly because of the event and how it works. But overall, they all do the job they're supposed to do, which is awesome. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. All these are going to be used for streams, and I'm kind of universalizing it because what comes with Twitch partnerships is spot with people subscribing to you, which I've already had almost 15 to 20 people subscribing to already, which is incredible. I need to have a subscriber mention straight away that pops up down the bottom right hand side of this, and for the Road to Glory one, it's going to be the top and the bottom as well. So basically you'll see those there. Basically this is all designed to make it a bit more universal and also allow it to have those notifications pop up in stream, and just to give you guys a bit more continuity when it comes to the backgrounds of the videos. There'll be others which I'll do which will have just me talking, because I can appreciate that this kind of little layout is not showing me a lot, it's showing the game more. Now I'm sure some of you, there'll be no problems with that whatsoever, and actually will be really happy with me not showing myself constantly on a stream. But hey, let's talk about King of the Ring. So I did manage to get myself King of the Ring, and I'm just going to switch across to Road to Glory again, and we're going to get back into the action there. I managed to get myself first in a King of the Ring, which was Survivor. Now, I claimed the reward purely by accident. It was actually, I was literally just checking to see why the guy who I was in a King of the Ring with, like, got dropped out by in the semi-finals. And I pressed claim rewards, and I was like, well, that sucks. And I managed to get myself a really frustrating card. And I mean, I am really struggling now. I got myself a Neville. Now, whilst Neville is better than some of the other cards that are listed here, Neville is my third of that card, and it's really getting frustrating that I'm not putting anything decent off the board or from King of the Rings at the moment. The last couple of King of the Rings I've had have been basic rewards, nothing special. I mean, I think the last one I got was so I'm thinking now. It was Balor, which got me the King of the Ring awards last time. He's like a basic low level, and I appreciate there's a lot of people out there who are struggling to get pros in general, but at the moment, coming from my situation, these divas here are the most important thing, and there's a lot of people out there who are proing 1, 2, 3, 4. Some have even got up to 4 pro divas already, and it's like, seriously. So there are some people out there who are lucky enough, and you know what? Speed on, rock on. It's amazing that you have got that, but there's people out there who have got like more than 2 normal pros. Guy I played earlier on today who literally had just a Roman Reigns pro and a Taker pro, which has come from Road to Glory, and had 2 Sasha Banks pros. Now, he's probably thinking, when am I next going to get a male pro? I'm thinking, dude, just after the pack openings I did, give me more female pros, just as many female cards as possible. But I'm sure it will come at some point. I've got my Diva Ladder Award coming very, very soon, so hopefully that will show up. But God, at the moment, I'm not really counting my lucky stars, because I'm really getting some terrible rewards from King of the Ring, especially ones that I can't really use. I can't use Neville anymore, because if I got a pro of his, he would be used purely for a PCC warrior. We'll talk about PCC on Tuesday, actually, because when PCC is announced, I'm actually going to talk about some ways and means that you could actually use to benefit you with regards to PCCs, and to get you in the best possible position to grind as fast as you can. Because unfortunately, a lot of people do realise is that with PCCs, you can't just put your best deck in, otherwise you're not going to be able to get the best amount of points. You need to have a little bit of a tactical advantage. This used to be called 3MB or 5MBing, which is basically called 3-man banding, 5-man banding, and that's kind of been eradicated. It's very, very hard unless you've got the best cards in the game, full stop, to actually do that. And at this point, you need to have 2 pro divas as well to be able to do anywhere near that in Survivor tier. So those might be some additional hints that you guys might want to listen to. Otherwise, ignore me and just carry on doing it your own way. But I'll be doing that on Tuesday when PCC is announced, of course, if it's announced. But I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. I also got myself a legendary Dolph Ziggler as well, which is like obviously not really that important, but I am running out of cards to level up. Seriously running out of cards to level up. And I didn't realise that Dolph Ziggler was better than Sheamus. That's actually quite embarrassing. But hey, by the end of the month, I'll have a Sheamus Pro, which means I can combine him, and yeah, that'd be awesome, which helps a lot. I'm in a King of the Ring with all bots and this guy called SRI, or Sri, is the best way of saying it. His 2 losses have come from me, but then again, he's got pretty much the same deck I have. It's more that mine was just slightly better than his in regards to his overall team. It's quite a close match, let's put it that way. I'm really surprised that, I have to be honest with you, I'm really surprised. I mean, why is that Money in the Bank in there? I didn't actually realise I put that Money in the Bank in there. That's crazy. I didn't even pay attention to that. I didn't actually put that Money in the Bank in there. I just pressed autofill, and it autofilled everything and put the Money in the Bank briefcase in there. But yeah, usually I expect to have the speed and charisma one show up, which wins me the battle with Nikki. But hey, it's good that I'm in another King of the Ring, which I should get to a final of. There's no reason why I shouldn't. And fingers crossed that gets me the DIVA I'm after. So yeah, basically that's it SuperCard wise in terms of what's going on and what's happening. If I go to my most recent games played, I'm at 14,620. I should be able to grind out about 300 games tomorrow before I do a stream. And with the stream, what I'm looking to do is get to my 15,000 games. I'm hoping to get a Brett or a Shawn Michaels, because if I get to 15,000, that means I get my Survivor single, which is going to hopefully be a pro. The last one I got was a Neville of all cards, and the 15,000 that I've got here for the random superstar, I'm hoping is either a Michaels or another Stone Cold or a Bret Hart, because without those I am going to be pretty stuffed. I just hope it's nothing bad. If it's something bad, I mean, a Rock would be great, a Brock Lesnar would be great, anything that's top 4, top 5, I'd be happy with. But when you got a deck like you can see in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, anything under that is just going to be training food or just PCC food. I would also be happy right now. I'm not saying this because I'm going to jinx myself, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing with a couple of my my Survivor cards, with an up arrow or a right arrow. And you can see here, I've actually got 3 cards here which I've actually partially leveled. These are actually 4 PCC coming up. So if I get a right arrow or an up arrow, that would help me with my overall quest. I would prefer an up arrow because I've completely botched Rusev. If you see, he's completely level almost across all stats, because I've made him that way to level him up to be a PCC killer, which again I'll talk about more on Tuesday. But an up arrow or a right arrow would do very, very good with regards to these cards. So yeah, let's go to the Road to Glory deck, which is now fully Survivor. I'm not yet in Survivor Plus Plus, which is frustrating. Look, I'm literally what they call on the crack. Yeah, I just one more level on these cards to do it. But if I do one more level, I'm potentially going to push myself over, which means that I won't get the benefit from PCC, which is coming up. So I've had to kind of just sit back and just wait for PCC to be able for that to happen. Or alternatively, SuperCard could just give me a Pro Diva, you know, like it's given to everyone else. Undertaker, Pro Undertaker is another subject I wanted to go through. There is my Pro Undertaker. Now, I've done this way because I wanted to have an Undertaker that was good in power and toughness. That's the only reason I've done it. There's no other reason. Because me, like a lot of other people, did this to their Roman Reigns. Now, this isn't a bad thing to do to your Roman Reigns, but because I did most of his stats in toughness, speed, and charisma, I do lose a lot of matches in power and toughness. Some guys out there who've got like 3,200 power and 3,100 on toughness for Roman. So what I did is I made him power and toughness, leveled across that, and then I got to the speed. I added just a small token just to catch some people off guard. It might just get me to win. It's a tactic. I looked at enough people's cards to realise that most of them weren't going to do speed or power. They were going to do toughness and charisma. And if they're going to do charisma, they were going to literally whack it on charisma to get as many tokens on there as possible to get over 3,000, which would then mean that their toughness would be low. So I went for a power and toughness card for that reason only. Let me know about your Undertaker, and this is something we do run regularly on the channel at hashtag #MyTakerZOMG, or alternatively hashtag #MyDeadmanZOMG. That sounds better. Hashtag #MyDeadman. ZOMG, and let me know what you did with yours and what you've done to the Pro, what the stats are. Have you finalized it yet, or did you just get a single? And obviously, as always, as you all know, you can always hit me up on Twitter hashtag MyDeckZOMG, and you might get a retweet, you might get a mention on the Tuesday video, potentially the Wednesday video as well, because I am going to be busy on Wednesday, as you know, NXT Takeover. I will be doing a shout out then to all the MyDeckZOMGs that come in, and also doing PCC tips and tricks and whatnot as well. So that's going to be it from me. I'm not going to be doing any gameplay because I literally have, well, my game's about to break because BlueStacks unfortunately does have a couple of problems at the moment. One other thing actually I'm going to talk about whilst I'm here, because this is something that I've been collecting over the last couple of days. Have you ever come across a card that you have picked up which you've never seen in the game before? And maybe you know it's there, but you've never pulled it. Well, today I pulled an Ultra Rare Stone Cold Steve Austin and a Kofi Kingston. Now these are more important now because I can now change my images over to those cards. And I personally really like this Stone Cold and really like this Kofi. I never pulled those two cards. Neither had I pulled the Nikki Bella either, even with the packs I opened. I don't think I actually pulled Nikki Bella ever. So I also did the Super Rare Stone Cold the other day. The Super Rare Ryback I never pulled before as well. The Rare Ryback as well, which I don't have at the moment. But yeah, those are all cards I've never pulled. So let me know what the one card is that you're looking for and you can't pull, or you're really struggling to get hold of, in the comment section below. And that's going to be it from me. Thanks, guys. Remember, hashtag MyDeadmanZOMG and hashtag MyDeckZOMG to show off your decks. That sounds really wrong. To the world. Tomorrow we'll have a stream. And on that stream is going to be me getting my 15,000 game Survivor mail, and then hopefully over the week I'll be able to grind out 2,500 games before Christmas. That's what I'm aiming for, and I am looking at doing a Christmas stream as well, which is hopefully going to be on Christmas Eve. Fingers crossed on that one, and that'll be awesome. And with that, I am looking at getting hopefully my first Pro Diva. That'd be an amazing Christmas present. Hopefully it comes beforehand, but that's down to Cat Daddy and SuperCard. So thanks, guys. Have an awesome day, awesome afternoon, wherever you are, when I get my tongue out of a twist. And most importantly, Zolive!